All right, today we got a set of 799s that were sent in to be reworked, imported, and stainless valve package and springs and all that jazz. And upon initial inspection, we realized all the guides were wore out. So hang loose and we're gonna get into how we replaced the guides. All right, so we generally use a dial bore gauge to check the clearance on the guides. It's just more accurate. I have used gauge pens and several other methods, but we find this is the most accurate. So we've got our valve, and we have set the micrometer up for the valve size. And we have zeroed the bore gauge, and if you can come over here, so get in there. All right, so all the way at the chamber side, I mean, we've got 9 thousandths guide clearance. It should be, we like to see about 2. So the further we go down, I'm trying not to let it come out the other end. All right, so down at the other end, it's about 1.5, 1 8/10, give or take. But you get back up here where the action happens, and it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And they're all like that. Let's check an intake over here in the middle. So, yeah, that's about 3.5. The intakes ought to be about 1.5. Yeah, and then down in the bottom, it's about 1.5. So what happens is when the guide has excessive clearance, the valve's wobbling around when it's opening and closing, and that erodes the seat. And then, the heat comes out of the head into the seat and then up the valve stem and then through the guide into the cylinder head. So when you have excessive clearance, the valve can't dissipate the heat into the cylinder head as fast. And so over time, the valve just gets hotter and hotter and hotter, and then accelerates the wear even more because the valve's hotter, and it's just a domino effect. So it's not super complicated to put guides in these things. We use a guide driver, so it's just like a palleted tool on an air hammer. And usually, and these might make a liar out of me, but usually they push right out without a whole lot of trouble. All right, and that gets them out, and then I always put them in from the other side. So we'll get this turned over, and then I always just brush the holes, make sure there ain't no crap in them. They was pretty clean. Andrew run them through the spray washer already. So, so 2 things. Let's see. No. What did I do with it? Aha. So I got this little homemade driver, and that sets it to the right height. So I always just stick them in, and I drive them down pretty close with the air hammer, and then I just manually finish the height with my handy dandy homemade driver. All right, so the biggest thing is just getting square. And that's about as far as we'll go. And then you can see, like, we got just a little bit to go with the manual driver, and it don't take much. Turn loose. Let me grab a hammer. And then we can check the size, because these things come pretty close. So they got knurls in them, but that looks like roughly 2/1000. Yeah, they put oil channels in. So yeah, we right in the 2/1000 range. So like I say, it's not a major undertaking. And sometimes, this is gonna be a straight deal, sometimes we use bronze guides, and sometimes we use standard iron guides, but I've had good success with iron. But you know, some of the race stuff and really higher end stuff, we do bronze. But I don't think this one's gonna use a roller rocker arm, so we just stick with that kind of guide in it. But anyway, but that's a pretty straightforward process. So, and it's not really expensive, and the guides are not really expensive, but that's how we do it. And then when they're finished, if any of them are tight and they need to be sized, we use, I don't have it out, but we use a sun and valve guide hone, and we just take it over to the rod hone where we got some honing oil, and we'll just put the head in and hone it to whatever clearance we need. But usually they're pretty close, and like I say, I'm sure these will be fine. But once all the port work's done and everything, we'll do a video on the valve job and assembly and all that on these heads also. All right, see you on the next one. Thanks so much for watching.